So with the definitive editions of the GTA Classic San Andreas, Vice City and Liberty City all get their makeovers. And now a lot of new players to the GTA universe and in the community will get to experience these games in a way that they've never done before. With a new GTA 5 supported keyboard and controller layout, it's exactly the same control methods for GTA 5 and GTA Online. These games are now accessible. And look at the way that they've been enhanced. You can really see the detail. They have been remastered, but not too much, and they retain their integrity. They don't look like GTA 5 or GTA Online, and nor should they. This game was made in 2004, so probably it took them several years to put this together. So it was made towards the end of the 90s, at the beginning of the noughties, and it was set firmly at the start of 1992, whereas Vice City made its mark on the 80s. This is all about a 90s experience. So the music, the clothing, and everything. And I think why people say that this is the best GTA game of all time, I've often thought about that. We all have our favourites, but let me tell you, this is a very good game. I think at this stage, Rockstar were really looking to just make something much bigger. They wanted to experiment with. They obviously created an entire city in GTA Liberty City and in Vice City, but they wanted to go further than that and create three separate cities. So they brought three very iconic American places, all very different, into one map, and that made this game much bigger. And I think that is what holds people's attention. Also, the details. You need to dress a certain way, and you need to get your hair cut so often. You need to buy the right kind of car, otherwise people will start hurling abuse at you on the street. If you don't eat, you will become thin. If you eat too much and you don't work out, you'll become fat. Your stamina and everything like that. This is the first time we started to see these things affect your character's stats and the abilities. And that is what made this game very different. There is also a huge amount to be said for the characters in the game. They make the game very playable, and I think that that still holds people's attention even now. So I'm excited to see what the new and younger members of the GTA community make of this very classic game. Now it's available to play on the Xbox Games Pass for free for a while, and also now you can get your hands on this as part of the Trilogy Definitive Edition released yesterday digitally, and it will be released in disc form in the start of December next month, and it costs $54.99 or $59.99 if you're in the US. I think that's a bargain for three games that will each give you an experience, and I'll be bringing as much attention to these games as I can over the next coming months while we're waiting for something to happen in GTA Online. So keep your eye on this channel and of course on my TikTok as well. I think another thing that makes this game really stand out and has made it a fan favourite is the way that you can interact with the different gang areas in the game. And of course, we were introduced to gangs in GTA Vice City, and Liberty City. We know they exist, but this is where we were introduced to the idea of defending certain areas of the map, and that became another level to the game that you needed to keep your eye on, which makes it a far more interesting in-game experience. What the fuck? Of course, San Andreas itself is the state, which has Los Santos in it and other cities too. And the whole idea of introducing Los Santos, which is supposed to be obviously LA, and I think Vegas and Chicago, I think the other ones, or maybe San Francisco, and the whole idea of putting these three big cities into one game was all about just broadening the game experience and making it a bigger experience, because there were no more stupid loading screens. Vice City, you had these horrible loading screens.
Yeah, it all comes back.
To get from one
How you doing on the Fed? I'm kind of shocked, you know. Crash took all my paper, man. Left me with number small change.
No more. This was the first time that we could play from one area of the map to another, just simply by going over a bridge. That made it very cool and very fluid. Well, I'll be bringing you all of the footage, as I said, to my channels. You take care and stay safe. I'll be back very soon.